Well, we've already introduced the comprehensive Matterport software solution to you, and now I'd like to briefly explain in a clear and concise manner how to effectively use it so that you can quickly and easily get familiar with its various functionalities and features. So if any of you want to use it, you'll have a basic initial understanding of how it works. I have already installed this application on my tablet. You can also go to the Play Store and type in Matterport. Come as I did before and download and install this application from the Play Store. Well, I've already installed it. I'm opening the application. I'm deleting the jobs I had before because I want to create a new job. So the first time you open the application, you need to set up an account for it. Usually you can directly connect the Gmail account that's already on your Android tablet to this app. Keep in mind that there is both an iOS version and an Android version of this app. So there's nothing to worry about. You can use it on both iOS and Android phones. All right, after you've created your account, you'll enter the application and see this page where you can set up your job. You can add the virtual tour of the building you want to create right here. There are three options here: jobs, space, and settings. Settings is for configuration. We won't deal with it now. It shows the account you've logged in with and some other settings. Let's start with jobs. Now, if you need guidance, actually, this tab, the blue bar that appears here, will help you each step. The first time you use the app, it tells you what to do. It tells you where to start from. But here, I'll walk you through step by step on how to work with it. We come down here to the bottom right and click on New Job. This page opens up for us. As I mentioned, this application is optimized for real estate agents. So you'll see that it asks for various details about the building, such as the address, unit number, postal code, and so on, so that it can categorize and manage them more easily. Here, I'll just enter a name, test, and I'll skip the rest of the details and tap the save option at the top right. Now I can upload my photos into the app. So as I mentioned, this application has several options. That is, until before December 2023, we only had two options available that we could use to take photos, which I'll explain here. We open this section where it says Android camera. The blue rectangle is also pointing to it. Here you can see three options. The first one says this device camera, meaning use the camera of this very device. Well, this is used when we want to mount our phone on the stand designed by Matterport itself and use it to take photos of the interior space, which is not our case here. The second option says to connect an external camera to it, either Matterport's own cameras like the Pro 2, Pro 3, or a 360 camera compatible with Matterport, such as the Insta 360 camera. Basically, we connect those cameras which are compatible with this application to our phone. They connect to our phone this way via Wi-Fi signals, and we can scan the space. And the last option, which was recently added at the end of 2023, is import 360 images. This allows us to import our own 360-degree photos, no matter how we took them, whether with a phone, a DSLR, or any type of 360 camera, regardless of the quality. We can use this option to upload them, which is actually the topic we're focusing on, and we want to use it to upload our photos. I'll select the last option to import the photos. Again, two options appear for me: 3D scan and 360 views. Well, I need to choose the first one, 3D scan. What is the second one? Because I want to have that 3D model of the space. But what is the second one? Look, if you remember, we took photos of the interior space using two methods. One was by filming, from which we extracted photo frames. The other used a higher quality camera to take 4 or 5 photos of the interior space for later placement in the 3D model. So if we don't want to use the photos extracted from the video frames to create the virtual tour, we can use this second option and upload our new photos this way and attach them to the 3D model we've created. For now, we want to create the 3D model. We select the first option, and I've already transferred the photos onto the tablet. These photos are actually the ones that have been extracted from the video frames. That is, we extracted a number of frames per second. There are about 62 frames, and we've previously used these same photos. We also created the 3D model using Metashape software and the CapEx online service. Now, this time we want to do it with Matterport as well, so we can see the differences and compare them together. Well, in my opinion, Matterport definitely does a better job than those other two methods. Matterport can create a 3D model of the interior space using these photos, that is, both with these 62 photos and also with the 5 photos we have, it can generate the 3D model. In fact, it has the capability that even with a small number of photo sets, AI has been well trained, so even with these few photos, it can create a good 3D model. So first, I'll use just these 5 photos I've taken to do this because uploading them is faster and the process will reach a result more quickly. But I'm doing this so you can see the result. If the result isn't satisfactory, we'll go back and repeat the process using the photos extracted from the video. All right, I'll go ahead and select the photos. I select all 5 of them and click on the select option. The photos start uploading one by one, as you can see here. All right. You can see it automatically detects distance between photos. It recognizes distance from camera to walls, and you can see it's creating a 3D model of the space quite well for us. Let's upload photo number 4 and photo number 5 as well. It's almost done, and we'll move on to the next step. We are at your service. Alright, the photos have been uploaded successfully. This is our detailed 3D model that you can clearly see here. On the right hand side, we have several distinct options available here, and I will proceed to open the very first one from the top of the list. This service provides us with features here so that you can specify where the windows and mirrors are located. For example, I'll select the mirror tool. In this section, let's say I had a small mirror, and after selecting the mirror tool, I come here and define the mirror. Just make sure to notice that this small arrow here indicates the direction of the mirror. So I'll place it here in such a way that my mirror is facing inward. And now let's continue. This section also has 2 windows. I'll activate the window tool and define these windows, specifying their start and end points, and the arrow should also be facing inward. Again, I'll activate the window tool and specify this other window from here to here. Alright, after I've defined these, there's another tool that allows you to cut. As you can see, if part of my model, okay, I'll select the cut tool. For example, there's a part of my model that I actually don't want this section to be included in my 3D model. Or for instance, you've scanned a room. Part of the hallway has also been scanned. The door was open and part of the hallway got scanned, but you don't want that hallway to be in your 3D model. You use this tool and basically the software will remove everything from the side indicated by the arrow onward. But I don't want to use the cut tool right now because I want to keep all the sections. To use it in building the 3D model. After we've done all these steps and settings, we go ahead and click the upload option. Before uploading, we also have a floor option here. If our project has multiple floors, we can add the floors here so that the app or software knows which photos, building or model belong to which floor, and it can automatically categorize them in the 3D model and virtual tour. Alright, let's go ahead and click the upload option. This process takes a little bit of time. Even after the upload is complete, since the service is online, it still takes some time, at least half an hour to an hour. Now, for this model, where we only had 4 or 5 photos, it will still take some time. If there are more photos, naturally it will take longer for our 3D model to be created. Of course, this is the free plan that I'm using. There are other plans available as well. For example, the professional plan processes much more quickly and gives us the results significantly sooner. After the process is finished and our 3D model is ready, an email will be sent to the account we use to set up this application. In that account, we can go and view our work, the virtual tour that has been created. Now, in the next steps, we want to share it, but of course, with the free plan, sharing isn't possible. It's only for evaluation. In the higher tier plans, we can share the link with others and make use of it. All right, I'll continue this part and follow up from the desktop. After I receive the crucial email notification and my detailed 3D model is completely ready, I'll then go to the desktop and enthusiastically show you precisely how my virtual tour and the taking one turned out. If upon careful inspection it's not good enough, I'll simply go back and this time strategically use a comprehensive set of tools we carefully inspected in the videos to meticulously fix our 3D model. So after the software finishes processing, it sends me an email to the same account I connected to the software. You can use this email to access your workspace, or you can even go directly to the Matterport website, sign in and access your account. I'm going to use this method to open up my workspace. My profile opens up and it goes straight to the model I created. Let's go and see what the result looks like. All right, let me enlarge the page. I'll exit and first evaluate the 3D model. Okay, take a look. It has done a really good job of creating the 3D model of the windows, walls and room components with high accuracy, and you can see that the textures are also applied correctly. Look at the monitor screen and see how well it has generated the texture, and this model is also very optimized and lightweight. You can easily share this over the internet. If you double click, you can enter the space, you can enter the 360-degree photo, you can smoothly transition between the photos and so on. Now, we don't have this transition in TD20, and this is actually one of the advantages of Matterport. With this option, you can view the floor plan, and also with this tool, we can take measurements on the model, on our 3D model, like this. And there are other features it offers, but of course the free version doesn't have features like sharing or exporting. For example, sharing the ability to share the link to the tour we've created with others is locked in the free version, and we have to pay to unlock it. So basically, if someone wants to view this tour, we have to give them our own username and password so they can access it. Exporting or downloading from our own profile is also restricted. We can download various files in formats like OBJ and XYZ, which actually provide us with the mesh 3D model, and we can also download the point cloud. There are various formats, and for all of them we need to pay a fee to Matterport so that these features are unlocked for us. For example, if I select this first option, the OBJ format, and I want to export the 3D model as an OBJ file, it tells me that you have to make a payment. Here they've just provided a sample model of their own work that we can download, look at, compare, and then decide whether or not to make the payment. If we like it, then we go to the purchase option and buy it. The lock will be opened, and basically we subscribe to the software, and after that you can use its features. And another limitation it has is that you can only have one project online at a time. That means in its free version, your space only has room for one, just one workspace. You can create multiple workspaces, but you can only view one of them at a time. So if I want to create a new workspace here, I have to go and archive the previous one. You click on archive space and that workspace gets archived. Then you can go ahead and create your new workspace and build a new virtual tour. In reality, you can't really make practical use of the free version, and if you want to use it, you definitely have to pay. And it also has some other features.
For example, it can provide analytics. It shows you which people viewed which parts and where they click the most. It really has some great features. However, unfortunately, it's expensive and you have to pay for each feature. Thank you for your attention. Now you've become familiar with this tool as well. I hope you have a great time. Goodbye.